Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Rimworld, Medieval Far From Home. Last episode, well, we got some stuff done, which is the important thing. We had issues with bears and all kinds of monsters, well, creatures, and aggressive horses, but we managed to get the situation sort of under control. Winter is closely coming upon us. We do have some food issues. Yeah, we managed to get a bit of research done as well. If we can get these embrasures finished up, we'll be able to organise a bit more reliable defensive fortifications. But yes, in hindsight, I was thinking about down here. In hindsight, I can set them to flee for the hunters. It's a bit annoying though. I might just have to go and eventually kill these bugs. I know this jelly is like super valuable and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so his morale is falling. Why is his morale falling? He's sweaty. Yeah, it's because he's in here and it's hot. I should probably put some kind of like ventilation and stuff in place. I need to also get all these traps reset as well. Okay. We have a nice chunk of clay bricks. So we can start doing our second phase of our fortification. We're going to go structure, ceramic bricks. Right, so this is where they're going to come in from. Now I want to basically make ourselves a little gatehouse. So the enemy's going to come in here. It's going to be another door, basically a second airlock, as it were, or a second gatehouse. And our forces are going to stay in here and basically just harass them with fire. So we want something like something like this. That will do. This isn't great because the enemy may still be able to, but the enemy will probably try and dig through here with sappers and the like, but it will be useful. Right, that's done. They're getting all this stuff turned away, everything's turning back up. We need to get this wool stored away. Okay. He's harvesting it all. Mate, I need you to come here. Prioritize hauling all the mega sloth wool. Okay. Get this set up. Get all these. Okay, yeah. Okie dokie. Bear meat is rotting away. Like, our larders look bare. Like, there is no lying to this, folks. Our food situation looks a bit grim. And our food isn't looking high on the agenda either. Right, so we need to get stuff planted. It's like, the problem is we probably won't have enough crops planted because of all the issues we've been having. So we may just have to butcher a ton of animals. Okay. Sorry for that big wait. There was a long delay. Right. What is your planting? Planting isn't that bad. Right. Yeah, we need to get like wheat stew rotted away. Temperature's dropping, which is not great. We do have a bit of jerked meat. Not a ton. If push comes to shove, I'll eat our animals. How are we looking for wood? A 30-year-old archer named Hadley is calling for the nearby Empire. He admitted to profaned a peace ritual between the Thomas tribe and the Empire, now has both been chased by him. He begs for safety and offers to join Truro. If you accept, both the Thomas tribe and the Arab Empire will raid you in 1.6 days. That's not going to be great. We could do it. Having another person would be useful. If we don't take it, we're going to be annoying two factions if we do that. They already hate us. What was the other tribe that they said? The Tasmos tribe. Okay, so they already hate us. This we know. They're going to attack us in 2 days. Well, basically in a day and a bit. I really want to take it because he's young, but at the same time, I'm not going to. I know it's annoying. We should be taking risks and all this kind of stuff, but I've only just got the settlement sort of done. Well, not done, but stabilized, and neither of those are the right religion. This is the thing. I should have, if I could go back in future now, I'd turn, like, this is when having the ability to have, like, oh, you have a really successful ritual and someone joins you. That would be really fun. That's really good to have. Yeah, I'm really tempted to go down here and kill off these, bugs, because they're just becoming a threat whenever I go out hunting now, because I have to constantly keep an eye on people. Okay. The AI is still pathing. He's pathing through here because it's a path of least resistance. Okay. We should have enough bricks. No, we do not. Okay. Get that done. Let's get these cabbages. Right, he's cooking meals. Right. Get this done. Not enough bricks. Okay, that sucks. Come on. Like, these animals are, like, just chowing through our supplies. We probably are not going to have enough food for winter, unfortunately, which is going to be a real problem. We're probably going to have to eat most of our animals. This is why I didn't want to do the... This is the thing, which is, if we could get a couple more people in the settlement, I'd be really happy, because then we could go and do these quests. With 5 people, one of them who's a slave, it's not worth it. I wish you could convert your slaves when they're working, rather than having to put them in prison and then go for the rigmarole with that. Because it just means like it's like, oh well, can't I convert someone while they're working, while they're being my serf? It's like, nope. Okay. We'll get this getting harvested. We'll bring it in for the animals. The animals are probably looking at, yeah, they're starting to look like they haven't got enough food anyway. But we were already handing out flour and grain and stuff for them. Got one of the horses, which is fine, which is the female. That's a good thing for food for us. Okay. Got a large amount of meat. These cabbages need to be harvested. Oh, this butched harvesting. Come on, guys, like... I mean, we've got enough Mega Sloth meat to last us a while. Just need to get stuff put away, really. Get reserves put in for winter for the animals and all this kind of stuff. My plan is just to try and get someone to get some extra people here. Yeah, the drought's ended. Fantastic. I mean, the problem is we have so many, like, these trained animals. It's costing us a lot of food. Because obviously we have to constantly train them and keep them maintained. I mean, they'd be useful if we get attacked. Actually, in hindsight, maybe I should have allowed the attack to happen. Because we had the battle sloths, and the battle sloths would have fairly done well against the medieval people. That was a mistake on my end. But also, I was worried as well. It's like, if we get this person and he's not Christian, then it's going to be a pain. This is what happens when you don't have a high... This is the one flaw I will say that I find with the ideology, is that if you don't have someone that with good speech skills of your religion, it's really hard to convert anybody. Right. I can't relocate this. Metal is starting to run low. Okay, we need to do a bit of mining then. I want to find somewhere that I can mine which isn't massively damaging to our base's foundation. Here we could mine some of this stuff out if there was a long walk. And if that's the case, I'd rather just say go here, mine the stuff here. Plus all this training is really taking up time we could be spent doing other things. Like harvesting crops. Once again, it's like I said, it's the lack of having anyone that can it's the lack of having enough people to do the jobs we need to do. I must admit, this is one of the things that like Rimworld does slightly fail on, which is that it constantly assumes that your numbers will increase. And if you don't have those numbers, it can get troublesome for the game, because it's like, oh yeah, well you need, like, you have all this money, you must have all these people. And so it's the kind of thing where if you don't, you have to, like, I've seen all kinds of guides, all from stuff like, well, if you drop below a certain population size, just start destroying all your gear. It's like, just destroy all your, like, your valuables, stuff like armor and weapons and raw resources. Like, get rid of all your gold and all that kind of stuff. Like, decrease the value that you have here. This graph here, like wealth total, because wealth is basically, there's two things that affect how enemies spawn in this game: wealth and intelligence, which is like if you have a lot of very intelligent pawns, you get a lot of attacks because the game expects you to basically have high tech. If you have a lot of wealth, you get a lot of nasty attacks because the game expects you to basically have enough resources. Right. Get all this stuff stored away. Yeah, we got to have to start sort of taking care of some of these mega sloths. Some of them are a wee bit too. No, we're just gonna butcher them. A pod crash. Is he alive? Is he of our religion? He is not. He's also of the delirious eaters, so he's a cannibal. Do we want to save him? He's really good at cooking. I suppose we could save him, because if we capture him, we can turn someone off from doing cooking. Turn that on. And cooking is one of the things that takes a lot of time. I mean, there's all kinds of strategies, stuff like just having nutrient paste. It was one of the things that I didn't like about earlier iterations of the game. Is he dead? Oh no, he's still there. What I didn't like about the early iterations of the game was the fact that one of the easiest strategies that like everyone said is like, oh, easiest strategy, nutrient paste, and then you don't have to worry about having someone constantly making food, because all the benefits you'll get from statues and all this kind of thing will be offlaid by You get loads of benefits from statues and nice living environments, which means that you having this nutrient paste is fine. And I was like, yeah, that's not how it works. Like, if you have really boring food, people are going to get really, really bored of it. And there's nothing that tanks morale. There we go. So we got some stallions. So, now that we have some stallions, we don't need so many donkeys. I'll take it down to one donkey, one male donkey, one young male donkey, and that will be enough. And we'll go. Yeah, we'll do that, and this will basically mean we'll have a nice viable population. I mean, we've got a ton of meat that we do need to process, but it's starting to get cold now, so if he survives, we're going to turn him. We could try and convert him. I don't know how long. His morale is strong, so we might just turn him into a slave. Well, a serf, technically. Right. Right, get this put away. Right. So I'm actually going to go out there and start mining. Radio. Okay. Get all this done. Don't want to harvest this gold or the jade because it would just attract enemies. Okay. Work and convert. Yeah, this is the thing. Visitors. This is the thing. Like, you have a work and convert ability, which is a button you can press from the basic prison labor thing. It does mean, though, we need to have gates in place because they'll just wander off otherwise. So if you go prisoner, work and convert. The problem is he can't share a bed with him. See, changing bed will affect the whole room. So if we want to have this, he needs to basically be in here. It's just a faff. But it would be useful. Let's try and convert him for now. Got visitors. No, we can actually trade with them. That's interesting. That does happen from time to time. That got patched up. I do need to put doors on things. Yeah. Is he actually good at... No, he's terrible at socializing as well. Okay. That was to be expected. We haven't had a single colonist that can actually talk to anyone. Never a good sign. The only one who's sort of competent at it is John. Right, so you guys are here. What can we give you? Well, what can we give to you to take away? That's the thing. take all this stuff. All the stuff that's like 51%. You won't take any slaves. We'll take all your herbal medicine as well. And all your pemmican. I know we can give gifts and stuff like that to help boost our relationship with their factions. Actually, that's probably not the worst thing we could do. Yeah, cargo pod weapons. What is it? Plasteel heavy mace. That's actually quite nice. Nope. Because we're right next to the bugs, so someone will wander around there and get themselves killed. Okay. Yeah, onions are starting to die because of the cold. If we can convert him, I'd be happy. Because then we could just have someone for cooking. Have two people for cooking. One of them just does all the beef jerky stuff. And one of them does all the axle cooking. And hauling and stuff like that. Which would be super useful. Okay. Yeah, we need to get these doors on. One of these days I am just going to come down here and firebomb this place. And we're going to hold it open. Like that. Which means that in case for like, this is a trick. It's not a great trick, but it's a trick nonetheless. Which is that having these doors held open means that the enemy, a lot of the times, rather than trying to break through stuff, will try and just go for the door. Which is useful. Not all the time. That's why they put stuff like sappers and stuff in. It stops the enemy from doing that. Yep, well, fine. We didn't save him. Big whoop. I suppose I could have... This is the thing. When you have so few colonists, you tend to get really pigeonholed, which is we could have just ripped all this stuff down for granite blocks. That could have been useful. Combat steel is also nice. Right. Okay. A group of poor travellers are approaching for help. The travellers are begging for silver. They want the silver so they can buy back a friend who's been kidnapped. Yeah, sure. We'll give them silver. I mean, this is the kind of quest which is useful. Because we do it, we get a nice bonus benefit for our morale. You never know what happens. Like, the thing is with ideology, the ideology mod, yeah, uncovered groin, rejected joiner. Actually, he's not wearing any pants. Okay, that might be an issue. Turn that on. My apologies. Didn't realise I was naked from the waist down. Well, not me, but you were. No one else is naked, are they? Okay. That's been turned on. So we need some pants. Make a couple. I think we have someone who can do crafting. Yeah, we've got plenty of people that can do crafting. What we do need to do is we need to get these crops in for the winter. His thing is going up. Yeah. No more growing for us, unfortunately, so we need to get all these stuff tidied away. The doors are in place. They're probably going to come down here, which means that whatever we have left in the clay brick department, we do need to start thinking about getting a bit more solid defensive solution up for this gatehouse. Right. Little steps. You also need to get some people to haul this stuff in. Just collect as many onions as you can. Right. And someone bots construction, because of course someone bots construction. Right, so this is all coming along nicely. Area revealed. That's not good. I suppose taking out this last... it's just this little corner up here, it's fine. Houses... Gauge. 50 isn't so bad. If we can convert him, it'll be fine. I mean, he's can't fight. I'd rather just have him converted and turned him over to a serf. Get these cabbages and onions in. I mean, these guys aren't hungry. And if push comes to shove, we just eat them. I only need a couple of them anyway, I don't need tons. Right. Nah, your guys are gonna basically haul these things. I actually may even just do this, which is turn on my general haul order for everything else. You've still not got any pants on. Okay. Well, that stuff all away. Yeah, there's just this little pocket of water that was revealed. Nothing important. They'll go out there and grab that, and then we'll be all good. I tend just to do this, which I'll have like as a general sort of hauling order, because it's one of the things that the AI tends to get really sluggish about. Ooh, arms merchant. Oh, they're going to go for where the bugs are. No! Oh no. That's not good. If someone dies, it causes all kinds of political issues. Why are they going for all the traps? Okay. So, what do we want to sell? The horse is pregnant already. We've got also a ton of mega sloths. Okay. What are we going to sell? They've got a couple of smoothbore muskets and a pistol, smoothbore pistols. Smoothbore, basically flintlock pistol. Heavy crossbow. Medieval flame grenade. That's our stuff. They don't have any of that. Not a lot. Okay, so pretty much useless for us. Lots of medicine. We could sell some of our slaves. Well, I'll buy all their jerked food because we can use it. I'll buy more of their medicine. We don't have the tech to make the musket balls at the moment, I don't think. And that's going to be a poor quality. It's going to be so short range as well. I really want to get it, but it's just not worth it. Let's accept for now. I just wanted to see if we can actually make musket balls. Can make components, which seems a bit daft if you ask me. Make Molotov cocktail, make cigarettes, sling stones. We can make Molotov cocktails. Cloth and promethium. Okay. So we can't technically make it, we just have the option to. No, we can't make cloth and camphor. We can't make musket balls yet. Okay. Okay, so there goes their base. Man, you should see how tanky these guys are. These guys are bugs are really tanky because of their exoskeletons in this game. With the way the armor works now, they are just obscenely beefy. Right, but the bugs are dealt with, which is actually fairly happy. I'm actually, like, he's dead. It's unfortunate. Bad luck. With one bug left, we can go down there and clear them out, and then we can do hunting and stuff again without worrying about our person wandering off somewhere and getting a head caved in. Research is coming along on the embrasures. We actually have managed to get somewhat of a small defensive, like, couple of gatehouses up, which is fantastic. Yeah, and we've got our supplies in for the year. What we had being able to grow and store. So we should be okay. Yeah, I'm not too sad about this. Bugs have been taken care of. Winter is pretty much right around the corner, like in a couple of hours. Probably gonna have to eat mega sloths, but hey ho. We still got enough. We got enough like flour to feed our animals, and if push comes to shove, we can just basically go to the nearby settlement. But yeah, I mean, nothing to complain about. Only thing I probably will do is I'll put a order for remove roof area here. That's unfortunate, that thing died. That person burnt up. Yeah, that's not good. John. Too late, he died. Didn't realise he was running about on fire. Yeah, it saves me having to worry about the body. So I suppose this person sort of burns away. And these guys down here... Yeah, the bugs are done. Yeah, like the bugs are like perma-done. Travellers coming past. So yeah, not too bad. Got a gatehouse in place. A couple of gatehouses in place. Had to set up more work defensible locations, but we should be fairly okay for the time being. Hopefully, he says, and then Rimworld turns around. Like, this is the thing, which is that, like, this mod is nasty, but it's workable. Like, it's bearable. Like, you have muskets, you have bits and pieces, and it's fairly balanced enemy-wise. If I was playing on something like Warhammer Fantasy mod for this, like, we'd be in so much trouble. Like, I've played with the 40k mod, where, like, just everything comes out of the woodwork. Like, cultists, demons, the whole shebang. I mean, I had intended initially to do a 40k modified play of this, like play the Imperial Guard, all that kind of jazz, because I love Warhammer. And then Games Workshop changed their intellectual property rules, and I wasn't quite sure where I was going to, like, where I'd fall on their scale, and I didn't want to get into trouble. So we played this instead, which is still a great thing in my opinion. I think it's turned out fantastically well. But I've been Cornish-Knight. This has been Rimworld Medieval Far From Home, and I shall see you all again next time. Please like and subscribe, it helps me a lot. Goodbye, folks.